Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Reading from Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse 43. Just to soothe your proud peak, the Prince of Raj places your feet on his head, thus making it even more beautiful with the mark of your footlag. When will I make your feet most splendid with this nectarian footlag? Just to soothe your proud man, the Prince of Raj places your feet on his head, thus making it even more beautiful with the mark of your footlag. When will I make your feet most splendid with this nectarian footlag? Sri Raghunath's Svarupa Vesh is very vivid, and in this absorption he prays to Swamini for her devotional service. How wonderful is his savor, his relish of these visions. How agitated he is when he loses this consciousness again. Those who have attained perfection have nothing else but experience, and those who are advanced in bhajan also experience some kind of succession of experiences. Otherwise, how could they continue? The succession of transcendental experiences, including even their dreams, are the life support of the Premika devotees. Sri Raghunath's Svarupa Vesh is genuine and not at all false. The sadhakas should first endeavor for these experiences, and afterwards everything becomes natural, as it is the case with the devotees who have attained rati. The sadhakas should first endeavor for these experiences, and afterwards everything becomes natural, same as the devotees who have attained rati.
What to do sadhaka stage? To develop the rati. What is my tilak? Krishna even put the feet of Radhika on head, and this become like a tilak to his face. This is rati. Reason of rati, that putting tilak with this meditation to connect myself with Swami's lotus feet is Rati. Meditating in the eye and the eyebrow of Radhika, fixed in that is Rati. Meditating as a child on the breast of Radhika to develop that Rati. Baby, like always meditate on the breast of mother. That way we have to become like a child to meditate on the breast of Radhika. This Rati Bhav, this is my attachment. If you want to come out from other attachment in sadhak deha, that attachment has to grow. All what I want to do with my Swami Radhika. I want to meditate on her eyebrow, eyes. I want to meditate what Krishna like tilak from the feet of Radhika. That is my tilak. When I do the tilak, I meditate like that. When this type of rati generates in our life, that is the sadhak consciousness. This has to do as a sadhaka. What we are doing, with that doing, we have to feel to the Swami, my Radhika. In all my feelings, she is the main to meditate. If this meditation is not there, then he is not sadhak. Atma sukha priti vancha dhare kamna means my enjoyment is behind that. Then is a kama. Krishna sukha priti vancha dhare premna. When this is all for the service for you, this becomes prema. Because why I do? Because to serve you. Read.
So the sadhakas should first endeavor for these experiences, and afterwards everything becomes natural.
Natural. Why is not becoming natural? Because my connection is not very deep with my Ishtadev. It's not natural. Under pressure I have to do. I'm mad for the meditation in this material world on the breast, searching this, some beautiful breast I touch. I am mad to meditate in the eyes of some beautiful girl in this material world for our enjoyment. I am mad to meditate in the forehead and the face of some beautiful girl. And beautiful girl is searching for beautiful boy, for self-enjoyment. Forget this. It's not natural happening with this. It's unnatural happening. Come in this point to develop rati, lust for the meditation. If you want to meditate on the breast, meditate on the breast of the Radhika. You will never find like that. It's impossible. You never dream what is the beautiful breast of Radhika. Meditate that. Like a baby, become baby of her and meditate. Develop your feeling and touch and live in with her breast. You want to see the eyes, beautiful eyes, meditate in her eyes. It will be a service. You will be real in the connection with the divine. Yes? Meditate in the face of Radhika. No one is beautiful like her. Everything will become nothing for us. We want the best. Why not go to the best? Why bother for the thing, material, ugly thing?
So the sadhakas should first endeavor for these experiences, and then everything becomes natural. It's the same as devotees who have attained Rati. How sweet it is to be with Swamini in a transcendental absorption. The experienced devotee is always immersed in this rasa. A great agony awakens in Sri Raghunatha's heart when the vision of the previous verse disappears from him, and his heart is floating once again on the waves of anxious prayer that carry him back into the kingdom of Lila.
Wow, this brings you to the kingdom of Lila. Without becoming natural, we cannot reach to the kingdom of Lila. Again read.
How sweet it is to be with Swamini.
It's a very sweet with her. You cannot imagine, because she is the Madanak Mahabhav, the love, and the love creates from her. She is the source of love. She is the source to give the pleasure potency to the Krishna. Even the Supreme Personality of Godhead is also attracted with her. She is the pleasure potency of Krishna. This because of pleasure potency, Krishna is living in the pleasure, in happiness. And because of that, Krishna becomes Supreme Personality. Always he is in pleasure. Always by the mercy of pleasure potency, he never be unhappy. When he miss his pleasure potency, then he feel not happy.
How sweet it is to be with Swamini in a transcendental absorption.
That will become our transcendental, automatic observation. Only by her thinking of the breast will make you transcendental. That is the divine. Meditating of our eyebrow will become transcendental. Life will become transcendental.
The experienced devotee is always immersed in this rasa.
Who has some experience of this, he will merge in this, not in other subject. Experienced devotee. Unexperienced will never understand this. But experience, who has a little experience, realization is your experience. If you have no realization, you have no experience.
A great agony awakens in Sri Raghunatha's heart.
What is means agony?
Pain and some desire.
You see, when it happens, desire is happening, pain is happening. If it's not fulfilled, when I will realize this, what to do, this is the naturality of the soul. We want to realize this, but we want to realize this for my material circumstances. What is nothing is stinky and not is permanent. And Bhakti Siddhanta say ugly. Our material body is ugly, is not divine. Yeah. Means like a pain, like a death pain. Dying without that. If it is not in my happening to me, is like a death to me. Right? If it not happen, we are like a dead body. If we don't realize this, then what we do in life is like a dead person we are walking. Walking for nothing, what is only suffering, that walking for that, not for purity.
A great agony awakes in Sri Raghunatha's heart when the vision of the previous verse disappears from him. And his heart is floating once again on the waves of anxious prayers that carry him back into the kingdom of Lila.
What is prayer of Raghunath? How he pray? That's the point. Why we do the bhajan? We do the bhajan in nama bhas. We have no attachment, no relation, no feelings for that. That is a nama bhas. Without relation, without no feelings. And with the feeling, it becomes prayer. This becomes crying for us. This name becomes like a crying. Raghunath Das Goswami is crying also. He cry only like the person when died, they cry, not this way. He is crying in the name. He was feeling viraha. with the name. Name is giving me full of feelings and tears. Name. Name is a divine name. He gives everything. Separation. This separation is coming up and up because this separation increased to him when his Venus, his spiritual vision, he is not in the service to the and not seeing the Swami. That gives the pain. Come in the material body and then we start lying with my material body to other material body. That is giving pain. Why I forget my existence, real existence, that we are living material, spiritual body? Why we are suffering for this small material existence? What is never was before me, with me, and it will never mine. The Swami who only pleased to Krishna and she opened her breast, very confidential and private part, for me as a baby, as a soul. Come and drawing, make the paintings to me and what you like, play with that. Take the breast, suck your breast and increase your spiritual life. Who can do this? This is the motherly love. And we don't deny it. We are so covered. We are so covered that we cannot see her eyes. You see? The baby always meditates in the breast of mother, navel of mother, and the eyes of mother. Baby cannot talk, but she can feel the baby mother eyes and she can understand mother. Mother is happy or not happy. And baby cannot talk, a mother also see the face and eyes of baby and they also, mother also know what she is feeling now. By looking the face of baby, mother knows, and by looking of mother face, baby knows. This is the nature. Yesterday I was talking with Neha's baby and she is talking, smiling, but she cannot talk, only smiling, looking and she do with the eyes this and mother say, oh, I know what he is doing. I said, why, how you know this? I said, this is the eyes of mother. Mother knows why I is strong and she is very quiet. You understand? Mother can feel by eyes with the baby. And babies also feel mother, how mother is happy or not happy. Only face and eyes and breast. The breast is very important thing. You hide to talk about breast because you see the material breast, and I talk about the mother breast. Anyone is there who not touch the mother breast? Any grown up? And how you grown up without breast of the mother? And how we will grow up without breast of mother in my spiritual life? We need the motherly feeding or not in a spiritual life. We have no qualification for that. How much she mother can give? She will open. You not hide. She open without bothering to other person her breast. Come and feed my breast. This is the motherly love. Mama. This is the quality of Mama. Even the lover has to open the breast of the Krishna has to open the breast of the Radhika. But baby no need to open the breast. Mother is open already. Come. You forget your place. I show you my place. Meditate in the breast of Radhika. I say you, if you want to grow in a spiritual life, you have to. Then you will become like a baby, like a child to relish that. You will like to relish the eyebrow of the Radhika, and you will like to see only the face, eyes of mother and the face of mother. This is the sadhana in our material body consciousness. And automatically, naturally you will move. Why you want to be block yourself? Go on.
A great agony awakens in Sri Raghunath's heart when the vision of the previous verse disappears from him, and his heart is floating once again on the
Heart
wave.
will start floating, my dear. Heart, you see the floating? Heart will start floating. Heart will start floating. This is the beauty of the heart. When it starts floating, go to in the condition of baby and you see the mother and your baby's heart is floating for mother or not. And mother, when the mother see the baby, her heart is floating for baby or not. It's a floating, my dear, it's a naturality. Our bhava is important. Heart will sure float. Mother has some responsibility to arrange for the baby, but baby has no responsibility. Why she will bother? The fortunate time for the baby that she is baby. And mother is bothering everything for the baby. Right, mother.
His heart is floating once again on the waves of anxious prayer that carry him back into the kingdom of Leela.
That brings kingdom of Leela. That floating can bring me to kingdom of Leela. When we will float in that bhava, automatically it will go to the kingdom of Leela. In that bhava we can go, not with this body, material body we can go. How we can go? In the floating heart, when we will go in the bhava of that childishness. We will float in that Leela.
this time, she will anoint Sri Radhika's foot soles with lac dye, saying, "Hey Shamaju, do you know the greatness of the foot lac? How sweet are these words, even if they are just uttered within the mind." When the smarana becomes very intense, it is as if one speaks these words directly to Swamini. One does not think anymore, "I am doing smarana." This is a Vispurti of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami.
Spurti or Vispurti?
Vispurti.
Spurti, realizations. And Vispurti, come down from realizations. Two things. One, we start floating with the heart to realize this. And Vispurti means to come down from that position to my material body position. Again, Punarmusiko Bhava means again I become like a rat. Punarmusiko Bhava means I was become lion, and from lion I again become back to my material body, is Vispurana.
And then the agony.
Yeah. You understand? So deep thing. Floating is stopped because I come again in my material body. My heart is not floating now. Again I come to suffer with my material body. This is Vispurti. Then we need more to do, is a sadhak work. And when the Siddha Deha we reach, is a floating business, like you are floating in the waves of the water. You don't need to swim, you have to lie down and the water is bringing you to the goal. And Vispurti means again come back and you start swimming but against the river of the water and suffering, and you even not know when I will reach to the goal. What I decide, come back to the back.
Now, Sri Dasa Goswami sees that as Tulasi Manjari, he or she takes a cup of foot lac and the brush while sweetly saying,
then it should be Spurti, not Vispurti.
I can
Spurti.
correct.
This is the Spurti thing. Tulsi Manjari is looking, that is the Spurti, is there. Vispurti means I come down to the normal condition. And Spurti again, that you again floating in the waves of the heart. In your Sarup, divine condition, spiritual body. Yes.
So she takes a cup of footlac and a brush, while sweetly saying, Vrajendra Nandana's head will become more beautiful when it is anointed with your footlac. As he tries to soothe your peak, your man, by placing your feet on his head. But that does not make Krishna inferior. It will increase his superiority. The Goswamis say that Sri Krishna's greatest qualities are that his mind melts with love and that he is controlled by love.
Mind melts with love and he controlled by love. Right? This is the life. His mind only melts with love. Supreme Personality only melts with love and he can only control by love.
God himself loses his independency.
That is normal condition. Even Krishna normal condition he come. What about living soul? We are not normal condition when we are in soul identification because we are conditional, first thing. Second thing, we are independency because we are part and parcel of the Krishna, so our independent nature is also there. And marginal potency. Sometime I become devotee and sometime I want to enjoy material thing. This is ping pong, marginal potency. So this is not a natural. After becoming Krishna follower, we cannot become natural without taking shelter of Radhika. What is naturality? That Krishna also, what line?
His greatest qualities are...
No, I like this, sir. Yeah.
His greatest qualities are that his mind melts with love.
Mind melts with love.
And that he is controlled by love.
You see. His mind is melting with love. Our part and partial nature, our mind also melts with love. And we also control by love. There is no other way. Krishna can surrender, teach to surrender, but Radhika is giving, no teaching. Mother feeding through the breast this nature. By looking the face of mother, babies learn the nature of the mother. Only looking the eyes of the mother and the forehead and the face of mother, she learned the motherly nature. This is the teaching is one thing, and learning naturally is the one thing. It's the nature of the soul to learn this. Natural condition we have to come. How much life we will give to teaching only? Why don't we become natural? Only thing, you accept her. And it will be natural by looking and by her love you will naturally learn that. It's a nature of our nature to be that way. It's a natural. No teaching necessary. Floating only necessary. Your heart, when it starts floating in this natural behavior, you will automatically, it will come to you. Where are you going to learn? So many years you learn. What you learn from that? Anytime you can do the practice by pressure also. Are it natural become? Make yourself natural. Do this sadhana and try to do with the sadhak deha this sadhana to become natural. Natural. Only one meditation can make you natural. Meditation of the breast of Radhika. You will become baby. And when you will meditate the breast of Radhika and you will start feeling and you start taking the food from your spiritual life, you will want to meditate her face and forehead. She put the feet to our head. If she put the feet to Krishna, why not to me? And this is her tilak in my forehead. This is natural tilak. This is her blessing to me. How I can live without that? My Gurudev, one time I asked, I go to the offices and other place. You say to always put the tilak, how I will do that? They will not like if I do that. I said, no problem, but always put the tilak. When you go in that place where the no recognize, don't understand, put water tilak. Do with water and do it. You know that you have a footprint in your hand. Don't show to others, but that time you put with water footprint. But this head has to be with her footprint. Mind has to be always fixed there. That I am yours. I need your protection. I need your umbrella to live in that. I am yours. Toy asmi, toy asmi, toy asmi. I am yours, I am yours, I am yours. Why you throw me out from yourself? It's not good for the mother to throw the baby out from him. Yeah.
So,
yes.
The Goswamis say that Sri Krishna's greatest qualities are that his mind melts with love.
And his mind is melting with love.
And he is controlled by love.
Yeah.
These attributes give life to all other attributes.
Yes.
Sri Radhika is the embodiment of that love.
Yeah.
So naturally, she controls Krishna the most. And Krishna's quality of prema vashyata, subjugation by love, bound by love, is manifested to the utmost when he is with her. Everyone wants to reveal his own superiority. When the poet Jayadev was describing in his famous Gita Govinda how Krishna held Radhika's feet on his head just to soothe her pique, he could not find the right words to end the Sanskrit verse. While the poet went for his bath, Krishna himself came and wrote the missing syllables down for him in the book. Dehi pada palavam mudaram. Give me your generous lotus feet. We meditate on Krishna as he submits himself to Sri Radhika. The lak dye from Sri Radhika's lotus feet sticks on Krishna's head, and the marks form its decoration. The colorful peacock feather crown cannot make his head as beautiful as this red footlag of Sri Radhika.
Yeah.
The Kinkaris know the purpose of this very well. Srila Lila Shuka says, "You are uniquely known as Shiki Pincha Mauli, he who wears a crown of peacock feathers." And why does Krishna wear the peacock feather? When he enters Vrindavan forest to tend the cows, the peacocks, seeing his fresh monsoon-like luster, dance in ecstasy. Seeing their dancing, Sri Govinda Nataraj, the king of dancers, dances along with them, imitating them.
This chair he cannot play. Give different chair.
Jai Radhe.
Yeah. No, leave it. Huh? Radhe Radhe Maharaj. आया था हमारे पास, आप रखो, मेरे पास आया हुआ है, और लोग की जगह देना। अरे मेरे पास है ना, पूरा प्लेट भरा हुआ, पूरा आया है। अरे रखो यार, बांटना और जगह भी। अभी बाद में रखो ना, डिस्टर्बेंस हो,
Radha.
कथा चल रहा है।
So Sri Govinda Nataraj, seeing the peacocks dancing, dances along with them, imitating them by wiggling around on his knees and lifting his hands. When they see this, the peacocks dance in even greater ecstasy, dropping a feather or two. Sri Krishna thinks that the peacocks are saying to him, "O God of love, if fate had given us human bodies, we could have served you with fruits and flowers from the forest. But alas, we are not so fortunate. We are just birds, and everybody loves our feathers. If you would lovingly accept this insignificant offering, then we would be blessed. So Krishna, who gives himself away in exchange for an offering of even a spoon of water and a tulasi leaf, accepted this simple gift of love on his head. Sri Radhika makes the best offering by printing her red footlac on his head with great pride. It is the love with which she does it that increases the beauty of his head, not just the color of the footlac. Transcendence becomes decorated with the color of pure love in this way. Srila Kavi Karnapur has expertly glorified Radhika's footlac as follows. One day, when Sri Radhika was in an independent mood, Sri Hari was anointing her lotus feet with footlac, and he became so attracted to the sweetness of these feet that he held them on his chest, so that the lac that was not dry yet got stuck to his chest. May that red lac on Radhika's lotus feet that sticks on Hari's chest more beautifully than even the Srivatsa sign, the Kaustubha gem, and the goddess of fortune. That is praised with eloquent verses by the glow of the rising morning sun that destroyed the nocturnal darkness, and perks like a blooming red lotus flower in the bluish water of the Yamuna river. May this red lac protect you. In the same way, Manini's footlac increases the beauty of Hari's head. One day, Srimati is angry with Krishna. So Krishna falls at her feet and says, "If you will not look at me or speak with me even once, then how can I live?" Pacifying her proud anger by placing her feet that are moist with perspiration on his head and coloring it with her red footlac, making his peacock feather fall off. Krishna is the emperor of the kingdom of Rasa, and by holding these feet on his head, he becomes Rasika Shekhara, the crown jewel of ravishers. I praise Hari, who is gladdened by a wonderful festival of play, who is the very form of intense enchanting rasa, and whose beautiful peacock feather rolls at Sri Radhika's lotus feet. Because he forgets everything and becomes absorbed in the Madhurya Rasa, he is called Rasa Ghana Mohana Murti, the embodiment of thickly condensed flavors. Such rasa cannot exist if there is still even a fiber of awe and reverence for Krishna as the majestic Lord. Tulasi holds Swamini's feet to her chest and paints the red footlac on them, while making her relish the rasa of so many leelas. She dries the lac off by blowing on it. Who else but an expert kinkari can render such a service? How beautiful is that red lac! It looks like the king of sunrise, taking shelter of her reddish lotus foot soles to serve them. The sun is, after all, the friend of the lotus flowers. Anuragini Tulasi, admiring the beauty and loveliness of these foot soles, tells the red lac, "O red footlac, don't be distressed, thinking that you are not qualified to color these coral red foot soles. For attaining the shelter of Mahabhava Mai's lotus feet. How many sweet things Tulasi speaks within her mind. Swamini's mind is elsewhere. Her mind is immersed in the ras that was served to her by Tulasi. Then Tulasi attracts Swamini's mind by saying, "Hey Shyamaju, we will feel blessed by seeing you beautified Shyama Sundara's forehead. This red lac will increase the beauty of his deep, blackish, curly locks." From the Gaudiya Vaishnavacharyas, we can learn the greatness of surrender to Sri Radhika's lotus feet. They love Radha more than Krishna. Radha Snekhadika. This is the great gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Jiva Goswami laments for those who do not take shelter of Sri Radhika's feet in the age of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although they may have taken shelter of Sri Krishna's feet. A person who may be king but who does not serve Lord Hari, a person who may be very generous but who does not offer anything to Hari, a poet who does not glorify Lord Hari, a person who surrenders to a guru without surrendering to Lord Hari, a person who may be very qualified, but who is not dedicated to Lord Hari, a person who may be very sincere, but who does not take shelter of Shri Krishna, and he who does not follow in the footsteps of Sri Radha, Vraja's goddess of fortune. These persons pierce my heart. Tulasi is absorbed in Swamini's service, applying her footlag. This service is so attractive that Sri Hari sometimes even takes the risk to enter into Mother Jatila's house to freely engage in this service, dressed like a barber girl. Dressed like a barber girl, he enters the palace where Rai was sitting. Holding a mirror in his hand and a nail lac on his chest, he told her, "Sit down for a manicure." That humorous, amorous girl sat down, opened her golden box, and filled a clean jug with scented water. Then she began to make Rai's nails as beautiful as the moon with her nail lac. This barber girl is named Shyama and blissfully wanders around like a puppet of butter. She rubbed and rubbed Rai's feet with footlag and constantly looked if it was done nicely or not. Holding Roy's feet to her chest, she wrote her name on her foot soles in a wonderful way. The barber girl said, "Oh, fortunate girl, look at your feet and consider if my work is good or bad." Looking carefully, fair-faced Rai said, "Oh, which name have you written there? Introduce yourself to me." The barber girl said, "Oh, fortunate girl, I am named Shyama and I live in your town." Dvija Chandidasa says, "This is not a barber girl. Go home after you have finished your manicure job." Krishna accidentally writes the male name Shyam on Radhika's foot soles instead of the female Shyama. Shri Radhika then asks him, "But why do you write that name?" And Krishna apologizes by saying, "Oh, sorry, I cannot spell so well." Radhika then says, "Oh, rogue, it is you!" But she cannot shout out loud because she is sitting in the house of her mother-in-law at Javat. The service of Premamai feet is the greatest wealth of Rasika Raja, Krishna, the king of relishers. Bujhipe Rasika Bhakta, na bujhipe Mudha. Chaitanya Charitamrita. The Rasika devotees will understand it, but the ignorant will not. While Raghunadas applies the footlag the vision disappears, and he laments and prays for the devotional service. O Krishna rolls at your feet to soothe your turbulent, jealous anger, and he dyes his head with your footlac. That makes his head even more beautiful, beyond comparison. When will I apply that lac to your lotus foot soles? My own hands, and I will fill my eyes with its beauty that breaks the pride of all other luster with the rising of its blossoming sweetness.
Radhe Radhe Go